I've been really aware of my position on the bike. I've seen some videos on YouTube showing the differences between how an athlete will sit up on the bars versus being maybe aggressive or just in a good aero position, and that drag effect. They show the angle of how many percentages of their
how many watts that
you'll lose, and how much the air goes over your head. And I think about that going, okay, I'm still going about 19, 20 miles an hour. I feel like I'm going up a slight false flat. I might as well stay down.
Right.
It's not going to help me. I'm probably going to slow myself down if I sat up just for the comfort point of view. No, I'm just going to stay down, and it made a big difference. Even going up some of the hills made a big difference.
Yeah.
It felt like it did.
I think once you're drag, and I always look at it, once you stop feeling the wind. And, but yeah, I depending on the race and the climb and so forth, it's typically that 15 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour is the kind of. But if you're riding the flats and you've got a smoking head, I mean, you have a wind that's just blasting you in the face, but you're only going 12 miles an hour. That's different. Like in Kona, it's just like, well, I'm in the small chain ring going downhill and I'm pedaling really hard in the aero position. It's like, well, I better, sit up. It's like, well, no, your wind drag is really what you're looking at.
I want to pass along some cycling tips to people, because that's a great example of at what point is it probably the return benefit when you're going at a certain speed. Like you said, if it's 10 to 15 miles an hour, you might want to.
Yeah, I think it depends on what you're rolling into. If you're rolling into some climb and you're like, say you're going into a 9% grade or something like that, and you're going in at 20 some odd miles an hour, and all of a sudden it's 20, 19, and you can see how your speed is dropping rapidly. It might be beneficial to sit up now, get comfortable, and start shifting down, because you're going 19, 17, 14. It's dropping rapidly. So your aerodynamic gains are not. And that's up a climb. And I think not being in an aero position, sitting up comfortably, getting a little more oxygen in, you adjust your, you got to stretch out your back a little bit, use different muscles, let some, kind of recover a bit. But yeah, I think if you're going 20 miles an hour, you have a 20 mile an hour wind in front of you, you want to stay down. But there's other times when you have a tailwind. That's going faster than you're going, say on an uphill or even on the flats. That would suggest that it's better to sit up to create a bit of more of a sail to get you pushing along. But once you, again, are above that 15, 20 mile an hour mark on that tailwind, it's always better to be in that aero position.